First, we have global superstar Jennifer Lopez. Singer, actress, entrepreneur, cultural icon. With decades in the spotlight, Lopez has mastered the art of presence. Whether on stage, at the Met Gala, or at a charity event, she commands attention without appearing to try. It's not just beauty, it's polish, confidence, and that unmistakable aura of someone who has lived at the top of fame for over 25 years. Then we have Prince Harry. Once the rebellious royal, now a California-based public figure navigating life outside the monarchy. Harry has always been described as warm, personable, and emotionally expressive, a contrast to the traditionally reserved royal mold. And finally, Meghan Markle. Former actress turned duchess. Intelligent, media-savvy, ambitious, and fiercely protective of her narrative. Meghan understands Hollywood. She understands branding. And she understands scrutiny better than most. Put these three in the same room, and you already have chemistry, even before a single word is spoken. According to sources circulating in entertainment and royal commentary circles, the interaction took place at a high-profile event, one of those polished, camera-ready gatherings where celebrities, philanthropists, and power players mingle. Think soft lighting, designer gowns, carefully choreographed entrances, media flashes. It's the kind of environment where subtle glances become headlines. Observers claim that Prince Harry appeared particularly engaged while speaking with Jennifer Lopez. Reports describe him as animated, visibly impressed, and captivated. Now, captivated can mean many things. It doesn't necessarily imply flirtation. It doesn't automatically suggest inappropriate behavior. Sometimes, captivated simply means intrigued, drawn in, energized by conversation. But in a room full of cameras, real and imagined, perception becomes reality. Let's slow this down. When someone is described as captivated, we're talking about a sustained eye contact, a leaning in during conversation, or active listening, or expressive reactions, or engaged body language. Prince Harry has always been known for being emotionally present in conversations. He laughs openly. He nods enthusiastically. He makes people feel heard. Put that next to Jennifer Lopez's polished charisma, and you get what many observers interpreted as magnetic interaction. But here's the thing. Jennifer Lopez is a seasoned conversationalist. She knows how to make someone feel like they're the only person in the room. It's part of being a performer. It's part of being a public figure for decades. Charisma isn't flirtation. Warmth isn't seduction. Engagement isn't betrayal. Yet headlines rarely care about nuance. Reports suggest that Meghan appeared uneasy during or after the interaction. Now let's examine that carefully. Uneasy could mean a protective, a aware of optics, a sensitive to media spin, a simply tired, or even misinterpreted entirely. Meghan Markle lives under extraordinary scrutiny. Every facial expression is analyzed. Every pause is interpreted. Imagine being at an event where your spouse is speaking animatedly with one of the most glamorous women in the world, while cameras flash and gossip writers lurk. Even if there's nothing inappropriate happening, the awareness of how it might look could create tension. This isn't necessarily jealousy. It could be media awareness. Meghan understands how narratives form. She knows how quickly a harmless exchange can morph into a scandal. That awareness alone can create discomfort. Let's talk about why this story exploded. There are three powerful archetypes at play. The glamorous superstar, the charming prince, the watchful spouse. It's almost cinematic. We're conditioned by movies and pop culture to see tension in this triangle, even when there may be none. Add to that a royal intrigue, a Hollywood royalty, or a couple already subject to intense public debate. And suddenly, a simple conversation becomes symbolic. The public doesn't just watch celebrities. They project onto them. Some viewers may see validation. See? Even a prince can be starstruck. Others may see threat. Wouldn't anyone feel uneasy? And some may see drama where none exists. Prince Harry has often been described as someone who thrives in emotionally open environments. After stepping back from royal duties, he entered a world filled with celebrities, entrepreneurs, and entertainers, many of whom operate very differently from palace protocol. In Hollywood settings, warmth, and expressiveness are normal. So if Harry appeared captivated, it may simply reflect comfort. Comfort with a strong personalities, a independent women, a charismatic figures. And let's be honest, Jennifer Lopez is undeniably impressive. She represents longevity, reinvention, and resilience. It's natural to be engaged by someone with that kind of presence. Jennifer Lopez has spent her career navigating rooms filled with power players, presidents, billionaires, movie stars, athletes, royalty. She understands eye contact. She understands pacing. She understands how to balance confidence with approachability. If Prince Harry appeared captivated, it may simply reflect her ability to command energy in a conversation. That's not romantic. That's professional charisma. And it's something she's perfected over decades. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Why would reports emphasize Meghan feeling uneasy? Because tension sells. But here's a more grounded possibility. Meghan Markle has experienced relentless media narratives painting her as controlling, jealous, ambitious, or strategic. So any neutral expression can be labeled uneasy. Any pause can be interpreted as discomfort. Body language analysis, especially from photographs, is notoriously unreliable. A single captured frame doesn't show context. She could have been a distracted, a focused elsewhere, a simply resting her expression. But when paired with the word captivated, it creates contrast. And contrast creates headlines. There's also a larger dynamic here. Royalty traditionally operates with restraint. Hollywood thrives on expression. When those two cultures intersect, interpretations multiply. Prince Harry now exists in both worlds. Jennifer Lopez embodies Hollywood's peak. Meghan straddles both realms, former actress, current duchess. In that triangle, power dynamics become fascinating. Who holds more cultural influence? Who commands more attention? Who shapes the narrative? These questions fuel public fascination. Let's step back. There's no confirmed conflict. No verified disagreement. No direct quotes from the individuals involved. The phrase source says is doing a lot of heavy lifting. In celebrity journalism, anonymous sources can range from close insiders to speculative commentators. So while the story is entertaining, it may simply reflect, a lively conversation, a watchful spouse, a slow news cycle. And from that, a narrative was born. This story resonates because it touches on universal themes. Attraction versus loyalty. Confidence versus insecurity. A public image versus private reality. People project their own relationship experiences onto public figures. If you've ever watched your partner admire someone charismatic, you might relate. If you've ever been unfairly judged by a photograph, you might empathize. If you've ever been the charismatic one drawing attention unintentionally, you might understand Jennifer Lopez's side. That's why this story spreads. It feels human. Once a headline suggests tension, social media amplifies it. Clips are slowed down. Screenshots are zoomed in.